Star Wars Visions Volume 2 comes out tomorrow. Last week, we got to see all 9 new shorts from around the world, and they are seriously wonderful. I liked Volume 1. I've never watched a ton of anime, but I was grateful for the chance to dive into that art form. Just like Star Wars in general, I didn't love everything in Volume 1, but the shorts that I really fell in love with, like The Ninth Jedi, I fell in love with them hard. But Volume 2, the entire collection connected with me. I still have a standout favorite, and that would be Cartoon Saloon's Screechers Reach, but every single story had something cool and unique going for it. I loved the variety this time around. There are still 2 shorts that I think fall into the classic anime style, but the fact that most of them are wildly different went a long way for me. And the variety isn't just in the art styles, you can find it in the storytelling as well. Volume 1 had a strong focus on lightsabers and kyber crystals and Jedi and Sith, which I totally get. George Lucas was heavily influenced by Kurosawa and samurai films, so it makes sense that would be reflected back in Star Wars anime. Volume 2, of course, explores those same classic franchise elements, but we see far more cultural twists. We see different kinds of Jedi and Sith and views on the Force. The short titled Sith, for example, we see what it might look like if a Jedi were an artist wielding the Force as a source of creativity. There are still a few repeated story beats that I noticed, which I think is interesting, but even those beats were handled in such a way that they didn't feel derivative. I'll let you see for yourself, but this specific beat I'm thinking about popped up 3 times. In one short, it was scary. In one, it was melancholy. And in one, it was purely hopeful. To continue down that thread, the tones are different as well. Sith is bright and colorful and exciting. Screechers Reach is a chilling ghost story. In the Stars is about culture and colonization. I Am Your Mother is an adorable comedy about pilots and family. It was fun to start up each short and wonder what we were about to experience, and I think more than half of them made me cry or tear up. I was impressed that in so little time, these filmmakers connected me to their characters and then took me on an emotional roller coaster with them. I won't say which one yet, but there was one short where at one point I was like, I'm not really feeling this one as much, and then I had to eat my words because seconds later I was all in and wishing I could continue the story. I do want to point out that I think something that helped me love Volume 2 so much was experiencing the panel at Star Wars Celebration. We didn't have much build up to Volume 1, just a trailer as far as I can recall. I believe alongside the shorts on Disney Plus, there were some featurettes to watch about each short, covering the development process and story inspirations. I enjoyed those, but this time around we already got to hear a lot about that at Celebration. Each filmmaker got some time to explain their short and the cultural mythologies or real-world historical events they infused with Star Wars. Like in Bandits of Golak, there is an Imperial Inquisitor based off of Asuras, which are demons in Indian mythology. That's awesome, and I never would have known that if I hadn't been to the panel. If you haven't seen it, I'll link to it in the cards because it was live streamed from London, and there are a ton of cool details like that the creators shared. The same way Volume 1 drove up my own personal interest in anime, these new shorts piqued my interest in the mythology and folklore of cultures I have never taken the time to learn about, and I love that about Visions. Both volumes have expanded my horizons, not just as a Star Wars fan seeing my favorite franchise in a new way, but also as just a human experiencing someone else's culture in a new way. And I have plans to cover every short in depth because I want to explore these new, different visions of Star Wars. But that's all I have to say about Volume 2 as a whole. It was great, and I look forward to seeing them all again. Every short comes out tomorrow, May 4th on Disney Plus. It's the perfect thing to binge on Star Wars Day. They're all about 15 minutes in runtime, so you can watch them all in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. And heads up, one of them has a post-credits scene. But that's it for today. I look forward to hearing what everyone else thinks of Visions Volume 2 in the coming days. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.